Hello everybody, willkommen in Gelsenkirchen. Today I'm in Gelsenkirchen, a city which is not really known for that much, apart from the football club, Schalke 04. Today we'll be taking a look at what kind of club Schalke is, and we'll be going to the game today against Kaiserslautern. So Schalke is from the city of Gelsenkirchen, which I'm in right now. Gelsenkirchen is part of the Ruhrgebiet, and the Ruhrgebiet is basically an area in Western Germany which is quite densely populated. In the Ruhrgebiet, there were several types of mines, coal mines, iron, and so on. And Ruhr is a little bit known for not being the most nice place, perhaps, not the most aesthetically pleasing, and there isn't really that much to do here. However, the football culture here is so strong, and I think it's perhaps the biggest in all of Germany because you have so many historic clubs here in Ruhr. You have Schalke, you have BVB, you have smaller teams like Rot-Weiß Essen, Duisburg, and so on. So there's a really strong football culture. I'm trying to capture today. We're going to be exploring Gelsenkirchen a little bit. I'm going to talk a little bit about Schalke, the history, and a little bit how it is to be a big club like Schalke that has like struggled to perform and reach their former glory days. Because Schalke used to be a really big club. Not saying that they aren't a big club anymore, but they have been struggling a bit. They are currently in the second division, and it was quite some time since they won a title. However, they are still one of the best supported teams in Germany. They're playing in the Veltins Arena, or Arena of Schalke, as some people refer to, and they are getting an average attendance of over 60,000 every week, which is pretty impressive for a second division team. It's going to be interesting to see how the atmosphere and so on is around the Veltins Arena. Today's game is against Kaiserslautern. It's a pretty crucial game. Schalke is actually top of the league currently, so they're in a pretty good position. And if they win, they would go even more points clear. Oh, I think it's Darmstadt currently in the second position. Kaiserslautern is also sort of in the promotion fight. So we'll be probably looking at a game with two teams that are eager to get the victory because both teams really need it. Schalke needs to have a little bit of a gap to the other teams. Kaiserslautern is pretty desperate to get the win as well because otherwise it would be difficult for them to catch up with other teams long term. Well, without further ado, let's head over to the stadium. As I mentioned earlier, Schalke is from the city of Gelsenkirchen, which is located in the Ruhr area, the Ruhrgebiet. So the football culture here in Ruhr is really strong, and a lot of these teams sell out their stadiums almost every week, and football is really important to the people here in Ruhr. And I think that partially has to do with the fact that Ruhr isn't really the metropolis or the most exciting place to live in, if we're going to be honest. First of all, it isn't the most beautiful place in the world, if we're going to be honest. And if we take a look at Gelsenkirchen, we can see that there was actually a newspaper called ZDF. And this newspaper, they actually made sort of a list over all German cities and ranked them based on stuff like how many people are unemployed and so on. They basically were trying to sort of rank all the German cities based on the quality of life sort of there. And out of all of the cities that they ranked, Gelsenkirchen finished rock bottom. No city, according to this magazine, that was worse to live in than Gelsenkirchen. The levels of child poverty were quite high. Unemployment was also pretty high. Therefore, you can see that Gelsenkirchen is a pretty rough area to live in for a lot of people. And I think that's actually one of the reasons why football is so important to the people here in Ruhr, because everyday life is sometimes pretty hard for a lot of people in these types of cities. Football becomes sort of an outlet for people to escape reality a bit, if you could say that, or just get something else to think about and have a go with your mates. And I think that's really beautiful that football has this power in pretty much all places of the world to just be an outlet, just be a place where you can think about something else. If we speak a little bit about Schalke in general, we can say that Schalke is a really big club with a lot of supporters. They've got over 200,000 members, which is incredible. I think that is pretty interesting about Schalke is even though they have won the German league numerous times, they haven't actually won a single Bundesliga. So since the introduction of the Bundesliga in the 60s, Schalke has never won it, but they have been really close sometimes. And I think the most famous, or some might even say infamous moment in Schalke's history is the 2000 and 2001 season. So basically on the final game day of the season, Schalke had a league right in their hands. They scored a last-minute winner, I believe it was, and Bayern Munich was losing currently to Hamburg, which meant that Schalke were the champions at that. However, in basically the last thing that ever happened, Bayern Munich gets a free kick, and then there is none other than Swedish legend Patrik Andersson that scores the winner. And Schalke fans were pretty devastated by this. They were only champions for a few minutes, and if the game would have ended just a minute or so earlier, they would have become champions. And this was also the last game at Schalke's old stadium, Parkstadion. So this event has become sort of a defining moment for Schalke's modern history, and this season is still referred to as that Schalke was the champions of the Hearts, the Meister in Herzen, I believe, because a lot of people wanted them to be champions and they were so close, but in the end it didn't work out. So you could say that they won the hearts of football fans, but in the end, the big boss, FC Bayern, won again.
Schalke. Lautern. Fünfte Versuch, 7 Minuten. Die 90. Spielminute. Tor für unsere Mannschaft. Tor für den FC Schalke. Tor sind China. Eine neue Spielstand. Schalke. Der erste FC Kaiserslautern. Danke. Glück.
So it's the next day, and as you see, I'm wearing my Schalke hat. I actually got this one from Nordkurve. They actually did a tifo as well with that everyone should get the hat on which they got their seats. So it's pretty cool. So I will definitely bring this home. Don't really know when I would wear it, but it looks really cool. Just wanted to give some final thoughts about the game. It was a really nice game, I felt. Maybe a little bit of a disappointing result, 2-2. Entertaining game though, but I hoped for a Schalke win. Usually support the home team when I'm doing these trips, but still a good game. Kaiserslautern were decent, I thought. Good away fans. Didn't really get that much footage of them, but I just wanted to mention that I thought that the away fans were pretty good as well. But I must say, Nordkurve, Schalke's ultra section, it's just fantastic. Fantastic atmosphere. It's brilliant. Really loud, really passionate, great choreography. Felton's Arena as well, really nice stadium, I must say, and really happy about this experience. If you have any suggestions or tips on where my next trip should be, please leave a comment down here in the comment section. And that's all I got for you for this time, so auf Wiedersehen.